Can you move the screen?
I'm searching this room.
Oh, I think
still.
you're done in this area. Done in this
That's
area.
here again. Dolls.
There we go.
Hello, cabinet.
There we go.
There are some pieces of red paper in the middle of the shelf in the cabinet. There's something written on these pieces of paper. Looks like we've got 3 sheets of the stuff. New material's been added to the file screen!
Can I just see it first before it goes to the
Could you just tell me what it's called at least so I know what to look for, game? Just pro tip. Morse code chart.
Yeah. We know that one. That's what we got from the cabinet.
No, this is helpful. That's helpful.
Yeah.
So now we need to figure out what we're spelling, basically.
All ice?
Maybe, yeah. Or ice, specifically. I-C-E. Yep. Ice.
Ice.
So dot dot, then
dash.
line dot, then E is dot.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Have you figured out what you're supposed to enter here, Junpei?
Huh. It looks like the word that's supposed to go here has 3 letters. It's got 3 lines, and I think each line is 1 letter.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then perhaps the letters you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol respectively. After all, isn't that what you just said? One line has 2 spaces, the next 4, and the last only a single space.
I can't wait for the next line of dialogue he says where that starts with the phrase, in other words. I'm like, fuck, not again. I see. So another... Fuck! He already said it twice!
I'm so upset. I'm so upset that you called that.
Snake literally said... He explained it, then he re-explained it, in other words, already. Then Junpei says, in other words.
You know, I wonder if you could take the script of 999 and just like...
And we already pre-solved it!
Can you control F and then just do in other words? And it lights up like the whole script?
I'm just like, we immediately are like, oh, that's the solution. Like, sometimes I'm like, who are the puzzles for?
Idiots. People who like anime.
Fuck, I'm not even gonna read the rest of it. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, let's just get past it. God damn it.
Keith, you don't understand, alright?
I'm so proud of myself.
You're just... What? Excuse me?
It's just on the screen.
Where the fuck did this come from?
It's just on the screen.
Wait,
oh, that's the rest. That's the rest of the alphabet.
Oh, we don't need... I guess we just only need ice? Wait, you only need the first sheet?
I'm gonna try it. Yep, it was just ice.
I see. It seems you have solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice.
How did you know?
All I had to do was listen to the sounds the machine made. After all, it was a trivial matter to decode them.
So you already know Morse code. You could have just...
You could have just told us the word! What the fuck? Like...
No, I just mean like, we didn't hear... I don't think we heard the solution play anywhere, did we?
No.
We just had to guess what it was. But, yeah, like you talked about like, oh, one of them's blind, we can't do this. He could have done the Morse code one, because apparently he already knows Morse code. Because nobody told him Morse code. And he can't read the papers because they're all solid, just, there's printed paper.
But
so
he knows Morse
So he
code.
apparently already knew Morse code. So yes, there was a puzzle here that the blind guy could do. Everyone could have split up the entire time. We could have given Clover the really irritating one. And that could be her problem. Because I did not want to play that flipping puzzle.
Oh, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded like it sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise?
Ah, yeah, that's true. Just like the several other times this has already happened in this room.
Oh, yes, one more thing.
Shit.
In other words, I heard a sound from behind the shutter.
That's just adding in other words to any phrase you can now.
In other words, perhaps the coffin is unlocked now?
God damn it. What? In other words, I am surprised. Something on the right edge of the control panel.
Yeah, grab it,
God damn
Junpei.
it.
You fuck. God. Ugh.
Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one.
7 doesn't have very good pattern recognition.
I wonder if they're just gonna go through every single number. Looks like the rules are the same, though.
Don't you think you should double check it?
Oh my god.
Come on, this is the third time I've done this. I'll be fine. Even though everyone has to keep re-explaining that the panel's open.
He is trying to figure out what another whatever those words are called. When you say like a picture's worth 1,000 words, whatever those are called.
999 to go.
He's trying to figure out another one to fuck up on. He can't think of one.
So this,
If you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something.
you fuck, I'm solving everything. Myself, with no help. Shut up, just give me a break, alright? Why are we fighting constantly? I'll think of something. Snake sucks. I don't like Snake anymore.
Why? He's like
being a
telling
prick.
Junpei to stop being an idiot and just do the puzzle.
So basically, I just need to come up with 2 numbers that add up to 7, and then hope that everything else adds up to 9, so I can just add them on. Basically.
Or we can just put 7 in one of them, and then
Let's see, 3 and 4
put,
options.
put 5 and 2 into another one?
Basically, but those don't add up.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't.
Sure it
It
does.
really does. Oh wait, yeah, it does. Kind of.
Just put him in there.
Yeah, 4. 4 and 6 is 10, so 10 plus 8 is 18, which is 2 times 9. So that's 2 9s. What?
Oh, because you need 3 in one of them. It has to be 3 and 5.
It has to be 3 and 3.
No, I'm saying that the minimum you can have is 3.
I'm saying like in this case it has to be 3 and 3 because of the fact that we only have 6.
Yeah.
That causes a little bit of a problem. Okay.
Okay, so just put
We need to find 3 numbers that add up to 7.
just put 7 and 5 and
Or
2 into
16.
1.
7 5 2.
Yeah,
7 5 2.
and that should be fine.
Isn't that what I just tried? Yeah, what? Let's check Andrew's math. And
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I mean that's
16,
18, which is not, which
Oh.
adds up to 9.
Oops.
Did you do 2 numbers that add up to 9? What'd you do? No, neither of these add up to 7.
Oh, I thought
No, this one's 14, which is 5, and this one's 9.
I thought
Neither of them add up to 7 at all.
right. My bad. I was doing it wrong. Oh, 7, 4, and 2 is what I meant for the first one.
7 4 2.
Yeah, 7, 4, 2.
Oops.
Whoa. What the fuck? 8,
how'd you screw up this time?
13, 14.
That's 14 plus
Damn it,
5
that's
is-
19.
That's 19. Yep.
That was close, though.
Not right. Let's see.
I really wish there was just a calculator I can do online that's just like output every single
Perfect.
digital root of
No.
7 based on these numbers.
This is 16, which adds up to 7. Yep. Got it. There we go.
Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got one left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
No, you can't.
Wow, way to be fucking way to just be like brutally rude for no reason.
Like he's being.
Oh, to who?
That's all he's doing. Is being.
He's not
rude.
being rude to anybody.
He's being constantly rude. All right, fine. I'll open it.
What?
Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. Just a box. Oh, holy shit! This is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. That stock sound. Everyone's favorite stock sound.
Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, can't believe I was scared of something like that.
What do you mean nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there? I mean, we got a 50% success rate at there being things inside coffins so far, or people. So far, it's been a golden gun and snake.
It's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime.
Why won't you tell it? I'm doing puzzles. You're doing nothing. Huh?
He just gives the fucking.
Well, just like
Prince.
Seven said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there, though. Could be a patch. Well, 2 somethings, actually. Is it a key and a patch?
Click on the coffin itself.
Yep, it's a key and a patch. There's 2 things at the bottom of the coffin.
Looks like we got a plate with an emblem on it and.
The Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it. Now we can go through the hallway.
That's correct, Clover, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know?
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the hell out of here quickly as possible. I don't have any objections to that, because we're all going to die. I don't think we'll use the Neptune key in this room. Really important, though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as this other thing goes... Ba-da-da-dum. Weird how that one didn't have a puzzle.
It did have a puzzle. It was the Morse code.
Yeah, 2 of them were in the same puzzle. 2 patches just shared a puzzle this time.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple.
The last 3, 7. I think this is probably the last one.
Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen.
Alright. I'll solve it in no time. Don't you mean in seconds because I'm a pedantic that hates teamwork?
Fuck.
It's fine.
We only have fucking 4
Wait.
numbers to use.
2, 3. No, we have 5 numbers.
So how do you do that? You have to have 3. Right? It has to be 3 to 5.
It was 3 to 5, right?
Yeah.
So it might be unsolvable.
So click 9.
Let's see, 7.
Oh wait, you don't have to do anything for 9. Just get to 8.
Yeah, I was thinking of just adding them all to the same one.
Yeah, just add them all to 8, right?
Let's see. Do like 8, and then 4, 5.
Why?
There are numbers left.
Just add the 7 and 2 to it.
They won't add up. They will?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because that's 24.
Oh wait, what were the numbers again? We had a 7, didn't we?
Yeah.
Shit, I fucked. Wait.
Yeah, it was 8, 7, 5,
No, I'm still
4,
confused.
2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
What confused-
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
You have
25,
to
26.
Count one by one. 26?
I think it was 26.
Is it really 26?
I think. I want to say there was an 8, 7. Oh no, 8, 7.
What threw me off is 8 plus 2 is... Oh, fuck. Yep, that would do it. No, I found where I was wrong.
Okay.
I thought I saw 2 matching pairs of 9, and then a 7, so I'm like, well, obviously it'd be a 7. Then I was like, wait, 8 plus 2 is 10. Shit. That accounts for the one more point that makes it work to get to 8 instead of 7. So I was just straight up fucking wrong. Huh?
Wow, that was
Where's that noise come from?
That was supposed to be the trick. That one was supposed to hang us up, Keith. We weren't supposed to figure out how do you can't leave a 9 empty.
That was the trick. Yeah. Well, it's not that much of a trick because the moment you have the moment's impossible. Like, oh, obviously that means that you can subvert the rules.
Wait, does that mean you could just open the 9 door?
What do you mean by just open it? Like without scanning the
Yeah.
That'd be a really weird reveal, yeah, if that was what this meant. We already passed it, though. Well, until there's another one, I guess. Huh? Where'd that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard. Way to go, Junpei! You answered all the questions.
Damn, Junpei. Good job.
Hey, did you hear something just now?
Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe.
You mean the drawer?
That drawer? Is it the peep?
What the hell is this?
Wait, they...
This man
oh,
with a
right.
mustache on the right.
Because in this timeline, we haven't actually encountered this yet.
Well, I forgot that they actually do own this boat.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, they just were on the boat itself for some reason?
So that's Ace and 9, and the guy that died, and then we don't know who the top guy is yet in this timeline.
Yeah, he's the guy who died from...
He got killed by Ace, but we don't know Ace is evil in this timeline
Well,
yet.
now we know.
Do we?
Yeah! There's a picture of Ace and 9 on the boat.
Yeah, well, I thought you meant... I'm saying, like, until now, we haven't had... We don't know anything about him yet. Even now, we don't necessarily know he's evil, we just know that he has something to do with 9, and like, well, that's weird. Because that's clearly 9.
He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had the 0 bracelet on his left arm.
Also, we know that Ace is evil now because Ace was with us when we went to this room and he said nothing about the guy that was dead on the ground. And now we have a picture that he knows who that person was.
That does stand out a lot.
Yeah. But they won't mention it!
Or maybe they will.
And the second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the ninth man, the one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit... Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the ninth man and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the ninth man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the ninth man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
Just in case you need a reminder that I'm blind, Junpei, which is an entirely valid concern, because you are Junpei.
And you can't even say picture.
I'll never get over that fucking... Wow, the bones are really sticking out, isn't it? Clover, look at this, it's like your dead brother. I'll never get over that scene.
God. Junpei's such an ass. He's like the worst person on this ship. Even like Zero is a better person. Like Zero at least was considerate enough to give Snake a braille piece of paper. But Junpei's like, yo man, the bone's sticking out like your brother. It's like, wow. Like I'm sure Zero was like, Jesus, God, you're so terrible. Like,
Well, Zero wasn't there.
I'm sure he has microphones.
Well, he can't... If he's a snake, then he can't witness things like that.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Unless he has just a really distracting earpiece where he's listening to the other rooms while he's solving rooms.
He could be.
Wow, that would... Maybe that's why he looks so mad all the time. He's just got a headache from all these multiple parallel conversations.
Or he's just mad because everybody's solving puzzles so badly.
Wasn't supposed to be hard, God.
He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
He looks like half the cast of KG.
Oh yeah, the Kaiji anime?
Yeah.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
What?
Back.
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
I know what the fuck.
In other words, flip it over.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh.
Oh.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary Game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the ninth man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now.
Morphogenetic fields.
I was about to say that. Nanomachine, son.
Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had
He
my
is pretty
suspicions
Hongo.
from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though.
What? Wait, it's his voice is the voice of the devil, but
Yeah.
it didn't sound exactly like the same voice of the devil I remember.
Really weird
What?
sequence of lines where he's like, yeah, they're too similar to ever be a coincidence. It's literally the voice of the devil, and I could never mistake it. Couldn't be sure, though.
Yeah, like, this is the most wishy-washy, like...
Snake, make up your mind, man.
Yeah, this is like, could you imagine if a cop was like, there's no DNA doubt about it. This man did it, but He
Maybe
could
not.
Also have not done it, but the DNA evidence I could never forget. It said a matching pair. But we should.
We got him on DNA evidence. I might have dropped it.
It might have been for a different case. I can't remember exactly, but
After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him.
you probably could have. He boasts about the fact that he can tell when people are like panicking. If he had just simply asked Ace, "Hey, are you that CEO of like Cradle Pharmaceuticals?" and he would have like been like, "No, what are you talking about?" And it's like, "Oh, okay, so you are. You're Hongo."
We wouldn't want him to, like, I don't know, freak out and try to kill him. Oh wait, he was literally.
He had nothing though.
He was
He
literally
had nothing on
planning
him.
on
The
killing
Nine
him.
Man had a knife.
Yeah, no, I just mean like he literally like almost immediately he tried to kill Snake.
Oh yeah.
Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
What?
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
I don't remember. What would happen if he?
There was some. We talked about it in the library. There was a, which for the record was last week. If you're listening to this, which you have to be. It's literally.
If you're listening to this now.
If you're listening, this is always a weird thing
You're not
to say.
sending this out
It's
to aliens
as
in
opposed
space,
to people
like-
who aren't listening to this and like don't know this conversation's happening. In the library, he talked about there being a rule where I think they said that they'd blow up Clover if Snake told them who he was or something.
What like a fucking?
There's a lot of additional rules we keep
What
finding
like
about.
a really shitty rule to put in place that exposes the fact that somebody, like, this is a really weird thing to do where you're trying to be like, I'm trying to be secret about this, but
Yeah.
you know the answers. Don't say anything. That's a rule.
So Zero had notes on the paper that nobody else could read besides Snake, saying not to tell anyone about the Nonary Games from 9 years ago, or else Clover would die. But then Clover told us instead, and so that's how we found out, because that
Loophole.
technically wasn't on the rules. But also, who knows if freaking Zero can even tell if they tell anyway.
Well,
so it could be a bluff anyway.
I mean, I think it just meant like don't literally ruin this game.
Spoilers.
Don't ruin this game in the first room, because no one would go through with the Nonary game then.
Because it's happened. Why? Because it happened before, or because
No, because
he
like
made
it
or-
would just be a situation where the Nine Man would just probably start killing people, and then just like taking all their bracelets and getting through to the end, and then like the whole thing is kaput now.
But
Because like, what's the point? Like, oh well, the Nonary Games was supposed to be about revenge, but since you spoiled why you're here, then that means that like Ace.
it would
and-
be a very different game to play through if two people just flipped out and killed everybody else, like at the beginning,
yeah.
and then there just wasn't people.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me?
So you knew that you were kidnapped by Cradle Pharmaceuticals, and you explicitly knew that for 10 years, almost, and then you never bothered to just look up who the CEO was? Like, they never thought, I'll look at who runs this nightmare organization that kidnapped me and tried to kill me. Oh, it's that guy. Like, you never looked to check, you never tried checking who their Steve Jobs was, just out of curiosity?
Well, I mean,
After trauma?
I'm assuming 9 years ago. If this was like supposed to be 9 years ago,
You think the first thing you'd want to do is find out who these people
Well,
are, so
first
you
of all,
can like
she's like-
recognize them on the street, so they can't get you again or
well,
something.
she's a child, so she probably wasn't gonna be like, I'm gonna go home and check the interwebs for who pharmaceutical company Cradle blah blah blah.
But she's had
is."
9 years to think about it.
Well, yeah,
though.
but then when she got
At
older,
any
she's like, I'm
point.
too busy with the Facebook. I can't be bothered with pharmaceutical
You
companies.
think he'd just be in the news?
Why? Why
Because
would he
he's
be in the news?
he's the CEO of a pharmaceutical company. There's like always controversies and shit about them all the time.
I don't know any CEOs of a pharmaceutical company.
What about that one that everyone hates?
EA?
No, the guy that like forgot what medication it was, but it was some vital medication people need, like basically just to survive if they have that condition, and he marked it up like 1,000% or something.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who that is?
I don't have that disease, so it would like literally pertain to me at 0.
Yeah, it's just come up a lot for the last couple of years. He's just been a shitty person constantly and just like bragging about being a shitty person, basically.
Can't you just... Okay. I feel like that's something that the government could intervene on and be like, you're literally holding a vaccine away from people. That's super illegal. You're purposely killing... You're committing murder by doing this. We're taking it and now distributing it to people.
I don't remember how it turned out.
Also, why couldn't the government just take a medicine that you make and just remake it? Like, you have to put a patent out for that.
I mean, I'm sure they can. I'm sure there were competitors. Let's not spend too much time on this story I don't fully remember.
Why don't you just kill him?
What?
Just kill him.
The real life person?
Yeah.
This is way too much.
Couldn't the government just hire someone to kill him and then just put somebody out, like put a plant that they want in the company and lower the price?
You think the government would hire somebody to kill? What the fuck?
What you say like that's a concerning thing.
I
mean,
don't think that it's that much of a secret to begin with. He probably already had competitors that were already making it too.
But then why did it matter he was raising the price?
I keep trying to say, like, we should stop. Like, it's fine. This tangent, I keep telling you I don't remember much more, and I can't elaborate.
Well, next time
you keep asking more questions.
Well, the next time just kill him.
I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
But I'm
I'm
blind.
sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else.
Also, you were all in the same room together at the same time. Then you get split up. And then, before much could really happen, Snake gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
He's had no time to do anything.
And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Just rips it up.
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro.
You mo Guegui Vikings out.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet.
He's trying to awaken his memories.
Oh right, I forget he's still amnesia.
Yeah, he hasn't. His memories like haven't awakened at all in this timeline.
I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project. Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I just want to point out how screwed Ace was from the start. That in addition to having 2 people from the Nonary Project, so he had 1 coworker here, he had 2 people that were subjects, and then another person that tried to free people from the Nonary Project that was themselves somebody that just conveniently had amnesia, but otherwise would remember everything. And if their memories ever come back, he's just extra fucked. And at some point, almost everybody in the Nonary Project knows who Ace is, especially if like, say, maybe June and Clover. I mean, if June and Santa.
Oh.
Because aren't June and it's like June and Santa's
Are also people who are part of the Nonary Project.
What did we had a hint, didn't we? Because there was a mystery girl.
Yeah, her name was Kana.
Which at this point we're guessing
Connie.
Right. So that's how we connected it to June, and we think Santa's 0. So at this point, and then at this point, how many characters wouldn't be able to tell who ran the Nonary game last time? Like
Lotus and Junpei.
Yeah, Lotus, whose children were in it instead of her, and then us, and then I can't think of any more. Are there no more characters? Is that all of them?
That's it.
Wow, Ace was fucked.
Well, that was the point. This whole thing is just to make Ace die.
So now the question,
but I guess not, because
so the big remaining mystery is still just why are we here? And we're trying to figure out like were we in?
No, the big mystery is
game?
why did Zero take Ace with him and kill us? Like, why would any of us need to die at all? Wouldn't he just take all of us and then leave Ace behind and be like, yeah, I guess you could stay here, Ace? And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, right, I forgot to mention, we're all, like, subjects or people have been...
It is a fucked up idea that the previous thing set it up like it was, like... Wasn't it said before, Didn't Zero explicitly chime in during the almost good ending that we got, where where Snake kills Ace, wasn't he straight up saying that like this is that I think Zero explicitly said this is like the revenge time for the people that were in it last time or something.
I think so.
Like I think he literally came on the intercom or something to say that, or there was a note or something. And so like based on that, it's like Jesus, like you could there's ways that are less likely to kill all of the wronged people too than to send them through this again.
This is like the worst saw trap ever.
Yeah, like if you're trying...
You grab like a bunch of known criminals, but then you also grab like 3 randos on the street, and you're like, well, this is for revenge for those terrible people, and they're gonna have to work together with nice people to make themselves get out of here.
That was the plot of Saw 2, basically. In Saw 2 is a bunch of... Because like, he always like judges a bunch of people, and like, these people are wrong, they don't deserve their lives. Then one of them was just like a cop's son. And like, he was mixed in with the rest. And it's like, that's kind of fucked up.
That series is bad.
Yeah.
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it.
I remember coming out the womb.
Do you remember Clinton was
My memory's
president?
back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
I remember partying like it's 1999.
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's usually what people mean when they ask questions.
Now that you ask me, Seven, I really don't want to know.
Yeah. Like, it happens a lot in this game, but also a lot of video games in general. Somebody like asks a question, then someone responds like, "Are you sure you want the answer to that question?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why people ask questions."
I don't know, sir. What's the worst thing that could happen? I now know.
On second thought, let's just silently stare lovingly into each other's eyes instead of answering questions.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Yeah, we got that time.
We got like 20 minutes.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, alright?
Sure,
I'm a cop.
fine, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common: a history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship I was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags.
Oh.
I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet. No one would find you for a week.
That's really generous.
What? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
This is not the short version, by the way.
No.
I heard a lead. Like all the people that were kidnapped by Kratos Pharmaceuticals, they were all visiting at this one hospital, and then they all disappeared. So I followed a lead to this dock, and there were people loading things into a boat. But then right when I was going to stop him, a guy got a jump on me, and like that's like what he said so far. But he's like, he's giving like, there's a cold, my face hit cold concrete. There's a sharp needle in my neck, and here's the exact words that the attackers said. And
Yeah.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long.
you think he got all those scars from this? Like from
Maybe.
this day, maybe? Because he's not scarred at all right now, is he?
No.